With the Cheltenham Festival now just over 3 weeks away, we're delighted to be joined by champion jockey and Grosvenor Sport ambassador Harry Skelton for the first episode of TWE Meets. We'll be talking through some of his big chances across the 4 days and also giving him some questions that our followers have sent in. Just before we get going, Grosvenor Sport have a great offer on at the moment for new customers. When you bet £5, you'll get £25 back in free bets. Terms and conditions do apply. Please check out gesport.com/racing for full details. Harry, welcome to TWE Meets. Thanks for joining us. How are you and how excited are you for the festival now just 3 weeks away?
Hi, getting that bit of a feeling now about the festival, obviously fast approaching, and really excited. If you're not excited at this time of year as a jockey or sports, racing fan, then you probably shouldn't be in the game. But they're really looking forward to it. Yeah,
exactly. So to start with, I think the ride of probably the festival for you probably be on Protectorate in the Gold Cup. Last seen winning the Grade 2 Many Clouds Chase at Aintree. How is he? And is it all systems go to the Gold Cup?
Yeah, he's in really good form. We've been very happy with him. Obviously, haven't seen him for a while, but that was by design. We wanted to have him, really fresh and well going into the Gold Cup. So he's absolutely spot on for where we want him at the minute. Really looking forward to it.
Lovely. Another one we want to talk about is Third Time Lucky. Ran last week against Edwardstone, finishing second in the Grade 2 Kingmaker Novices Chase. How did you come out the race, and will it be now heading to the festival for the Arkle or skipping that and going to Aintree?
Yeah, he ran well enough at Warwick last week in the Kingmaker. Obviously, we saw him 2 weeks previously winning the Lightning Novices up at Doncaster. We went to Doncaster because we were guaranteed that we'd get that good ground that he wants. As it happened, it was still good ground at Warwick, so we had to go there as well. It's on our doorstep, 52 grand on for offer, so we were silly not to have a go. Probably didn't see him at his best, but I think now, we'll head probably straight to Aintree.
I think with Third Time Lucky, obviously, at the start of the season, you've changed how you've ridden him. You went from the front and then dropped him back. Is that something you'll keep on doing?
Yeah, I think so going forward. As you see, he's such a slick jumper. So we sort of used that to his advantage at the start of the season and sort of let him get on with things. But now maybe one or two others have learned, from having a few runs. I think we can hold on to him, and he's got such a high cruising speed. I think that he wants to come off a real fast pace, and he's a good travelling horse. So, I think, I'll be honest, I don't think you'll see us riding him as aggressively again. I don't think that got us beat at Scanlan because the ground was quite testing for him. I think going forward we'll just hold on to him a bit.
So another horse that could potentially skip the festival and head to Aintree is Ellis Bell. How is she?
She's in really good form. Yeah, we're delighted with her. She will more than likely go straight to Aintree now for the 2.5 mile Grade 1. You haven't seen her at best yet. She wants to come off a real fast pace as well. Real good, strong travelling mare. She was good in her bumpers, and it was a high quality bumper mare. And I think a lot of those good bumper horses genuinely further down the line want a bit of a trip. So I think 2.5 miles, really strong run race. That's when you'll see her at her best.
Well, one horse we do think will be heading to the festival is Chamblou, and he's been kept back after his fall in the Grade 2 Charlie Hall Chase. How's Chamblou, and is it all systems go to the festival?
Yeah, he's in good form. We're very happy with him. Obviously, a bit unfortunate what happened up at Wetherby back in the autumn, but he's on track to run in the Ryanair. His owner's very keen to go for this race. And it's obviously Grade 1, and we're really looking forward to it. He took us all a little bit by surprise what he did at Wetherby. I mean, I wasn't certainly expecting him to pick up as quickly as he did. If I had my time again, probably just keep hold of him for a little bit longer. But look, that's in the past. we're looking forward to Cheltenham. I think hopefully he's got a good chance.
I think the thing with Chambly obviously going into the Ryanair, that got such a tough task against Allaho, who's going for it for a second time. How will you look to ride the horse in the race with Allaho probably going to go off from the front?
Yeah, I'll be looking to just take a lead from Allaho. He obviously goes hard up front, which is fine. We'll track him and have one good go at him. Last year, in the novice chase, we tried to do something probably a bit out of the ordinary to try and beat Roy Allen, because just riding a normal, simple race wasn't going to work. Didn't realise that he was on the floor at the 5th or 4th, and just turned out the way it did. But there we go. That's in the past, and yeah, looking forward to just tracking Allaho and having one good crack at him.
Nubi Negra has been a great horse for the yard over the last few years. I presume he's going for the champion chase again after his second last year?
Yeah, he goes to the champion chase, second last year. Trying to give £7 away to a good winner. But he ran a very good race. He comes into the race fresh and well. That's how he likes to be. He likes to have a big break between his races. And, probably just seen him out early enough, from the Schlur, then to his run after that in the Tingle Creek, just wasn't quite at his best. But we had to go. Lost nothing in defeat. We've had a long break since then. That's what he wants.
Yeah, the champion chase this year does look a great renewal with like Chacun Pour Soir and the other two Irish horses. So probably a stronger renewal than last year. But will Nubi Negra be ridden the same? Try and come late and get him up the hill.
Exactly. Just try and have one go. What we did like last year is he really did gallop to the line, which is encouraging to see. And he's a winner, obviously, there at the course over fences. So we know he does stay. $1 million question: will he be good enough? We'll find out on the day. We'll be there. We'll give it our best shot.
And finally, the final horse we want to speak about is Dr. Parnassus. He looks a really nice addition to the yard from David O'Mara. Where will he be heading at the festival?
Dr. Parnassus will head to the Triumph Hurdle. He's a winner now twice. Likeable attitude, really tough, hardy sort of juvenile. And horses that we generally do really well with. Got a great appetite for it. And he's probably won not the strongest 2 races that he's been in, but he can do more than win, and he's absolutely bolted through the line twice. So look, we'll go there, give it our best shot. Who knows how good the Irish are? Okay, they've got a bit more strength and depth to their races than our juveniles have this year. But we don't know. We don't know how good he is. We've asked him twice to win, and he's bolted up twice. So we'll take on the Irish and give it a good go.
And do you think, looking ahead to next season, with him coming from the flats, do you think he'll be a horse that stays over hurdles and will probably go for champion hurdle or something like that?
Geez, that'd be the dream now. If he ended up that good, we'll get this way, get this year out of the way, and then just see where it takes us. But Dan is always planning ahead, and I know where you'll see him first time out next year.
Can you tell us, or?
The viewers will have to wait and watch.
So our followers have sent in some questions for you, Harry. I'm just going to run through them. So the first one is from at Max McClellan 7 on Twitter, and he's asked, who's your sporting hero outside of racing?
Outside of racing, sporting hero. I think probably a bit biased. Like my dad's obviously been unbelievable, great, icon, and we always looked up to him. And his dream was always to win a gold medal, and he had to wait all his career to do it. But he did it through hard work, long, hard hours, dedication, graft. He had the ups, he had the downs. He got told he wouldn't ride again. He came back and tried again and got a great horse in Big Star. But just shows if you put your mind to it and just keep working, and you can achieve anything.
Yeah, definitely. The next is at Ellis_McLennan. Have you got a live outsider for the festival, or one you believe is well handicapped from your yard?
We've got a few in the handicaps, and we won't have a great amount of runners, but maybe 2 for the handicaps. You just want to keep an eye on our 2 friendly. He goes for the Fred Winter, and Unexpected Party. He goes for the Coral Cup. They'd have 2 good chances.
Lovely. The next at Bradley Scanlan. If you could go back in time and ride one race differently, which would you and why?
Will he not give me more than just one? Give me a few more. One race I could have another go at. Knowing what I know now, I'd love to have had, just go back and ride the Charlie Hall again. But look, you're much more wiser after the event, aren't you? So we'll get it wrong. We'll get it wrong sometimes. But I do feel that on the day that Chambleur, he took a chance that he shouldn't have taken. My decision was made to the fence, and I was positive in what I was doing. But sometimes the horse thinks otherwise, and that's what happened.
I guess sometimes when the revs are going and you just at full throttle, it's very hard to lower it down, isn't it? When you get into the fences, so. Yeah,
exactly that. The problem was I sort of, I thought Daryl Jacob would be following me. I didn't want to look around at the time because you look a bit of a fool, sometimes looking around all the time, there to be shot at. I went past Surname. I had him beat. I wanted to take him on and get him into a challenge because I knew that was the way to get him beat. That happened, and then I thought Daryl would be following me on what was maybe a non-stayer. I've opened up Chambleur and asked him to quicken, and he's picked up instantly, and that's what caught me by surprise. But there we
go. So next question from Alexander Booth on Twitter, and what is the latest with Langardan? Is he going straight to the Martin Pipe, or will he run before, or is he even going to the festival?
Yeah, so Langardan, he actually holds an entry next week at Taunton. We'll hopefully get a run into him there, and then he'll go on for the Martin Pipe. Look, he's had a long time off, obviously, since the last festival. Got a little small injury that just held him up in the autumn, and we had to pull up stumps with him in the autumn. So look, he'll go to Taunton probably next week. And I'm sure he will come on for the Run Plenty. I'll be honest, whether that's enough time to have him bang on for the Martin Pipe, I don't know. Look what happened last year, bumping into a Grade 1 with a galloping shot. How does it happen? Poor horse probably deserved his day, but all being well, we'll go back for the Martin Pipe. But the clock is ticking and the days are coming, and whether we can have him as hard and as sharp as we wanted him, I don't know. But he'll go to Taunton, and that'll turn the screw on him a lot, and that'll sharpen him right up. So all being well, then he'll go on to the Martin Pipe.
Yeah, great news. At Max McLennan 7 again. If you and Dan weren't to be involved in racing, what profession do you think each of you would have?
Well, it's definitely something to do with horses. Well, I would have to, because Dan's a lot more clever than me. He could probably go and do something else, but I can't do a lot else. So probably show jumping. I love horses. Like, horses are my life. Always have been. So something to do with horses.
Lovely.
Dan was studying design and technology, actually. He was at De Montfort University, so he's
okay.
Yeah. He could, if all fails, he could go out and do something else. But I'd be pretty sad.
He seems to do a pretty good job at the moment, doesn't he? So, at Sean 8926876, what is your best ride at the Cheltenham Festival this year, into your eyes?
My best ride, I would have to pick out. I would say Protectorat. Yeah. I think he's got a good profile going into a Gold Cup. He's got to improve, but there's no reason why he shouldn't. I feel that horses generally win a Gold Cup on the first or second start. It's hard to come back and win another one. If they haven't won it twice, you don't really see them winning it. I think he ticks a lot of boxes.
At On the Up, Gold Cup or Grand National, which would you rather win?
I have a better chance in the Gold Cup this year, so I'll say Gold Cup.
Okay. Joe Mackie on Facebook, what is your favourite race at the festival?
My favourite race at the festival, I do like the Supreme. It's the first race, you know, it just kicks off that buzz, doesn't it, and sets the tone for the week, really. It's a great atmosphere. I think the Supreme is, yeah, that's the start of it.
I think especially this year as well, with the crowds back, hearing
It's
that
going to be
roar.
massive, absolutely massive, you know.
Be brilliant. Will Tyrrell on Facebook, what is generally your diet to keep your weight so low? Because obviously it's got to be very hard for jockeys, hasn't it? Day in, day out. So what is your sort of day-to-day routine with eating?
Well, Bridget's around the corner. We could ask her. But no, I'm quite lucky, really, with my weight. We always, try and stay away from the carbs too much. You know, anything heavy, fizzy drinks. I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, so that doesn't really help. But plenty of water and plenty of fruit, veg. You know, but I like good food, so that's all right.
What's the lowest weight you've ever had to come down to?
As a conditional, I rode at 9.4. Yeah, 9 stone 4. So yeah, pretty light.
That's quite tough, isn't it? 9 stone 4.
Yeah.
So over the years, what has been your best memory at the Cheltenham Festival?
The festival's given me a lot of good memories from when I was a young lad. When we used to go and have 4 days off school. We've always been very close to the Hales family and Azertia winning the Arkle and the Queen Mother. But I think the one is Superb Story when he won the County Hurdle. That was my first festival winner, and the feeling just is unbelievable. You know, there's so many emotions, but one of the biggest ones is relief. You know, you feel like it's just a weight just lifted off your shoulders, and you know you can do it. Like, that was an amazing day, and one we'll definitely never forget. And I think probably Bridget winning on the hired as well. Just, you know, for her, she doesn't get as many chances as me at the festival, but for her to go through that, what I did, that meant a lot as well.
So moving back onto the festival. So already mentioned 2 horses for the handicap, but is there one you haven't mentioned that might be a bit of a dark horse for yourself?
Yeah, there is. One that we haven't brought up, I think has a really good each-way chance, is Ballygriffin Cottage. He runs in the Albert Bartlett. I think it's like 25 to 1. Sure, Grosvenor will give you a bit bigger, but I think he could be a bit of a dark horse now. He's a great stayer. He's got a great profile for the race. He's got plenty of experience. He's an older horse. Stays really, really well, and he's tough, and that's what you need for this race.
Lovely, like a big price. So looking outside the Skelton yard, who are you most looking forward to seeing at the festival or / fearing being up against?
Well, I don't think I have a ride in the Supreme, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Constitution Hill. I think he's going to get the English off to the winning start. I think he's a very, very good horse, and the Irish will need something very, very special to beat Constitution Hill.
So looking at the Irish horses, if there was one Irish horse at the festival you could ride this year, who would it be and why? Good question.
It'd have to be Honeysuckle. She's absolutely flawless, isn't she? She's done everything. She, trying to give her £7 very, very hard. And look, hopefully she turns up there in the form that she can, and she'll take a lot of beating. Obviously, appreciate it. It's going to have a girder, but don't underestimate how hard a task Willie Mullins has in front of him to produce him to win first time up after back of a year off, to try and beat Honeysuckle. Would appreciate it, and I appreciate how good he is and how good Willie Mullins is. And I suppose if there's a trainer who's going to do it, it'll be him, and he will have him 110% ready for the day. But I just feel that bit of sharpness, bit of race sharpness, and the recent, you got to have to come back after a year off. He's got a mammoth task in front of him, but don't underestimate Willie. But I think he's got it all to do to beat Honeysuckle.
Yeah, it'd be a great clash, but I think if there was one horse that could beat Honeysuckle, it is Appreciated. So, well, Harry, thanks so much for your insight and answering all the questions, and we wish you the best of luck for the festival and the rest of the season.
Thank you.